What up? It's Whiteboard Wednesday coming at you again. This week, topic suggestion was losses, so I'm going to dive into that. I've kind of talked about this before, but to really do well in life, let alone business, you're going to have to take some losses along the way. For me, I've taken many, some big, a lot of them painful, but I have a saying that I came up with early on in business, and if it doesn't bankrupt you, it only makes you stronger. So, for me, I've taken losses, big or small. You know, I had a loss on a real estate project. It was $120,000 that I lost on that project over a hole. And the bad thing about that was I knew on this project about 3 months in that it wasn't going to go well. But just because I realized there was a problem and I had already, quote, learned my lesson, I was still in this thing for 18 months till it sold. The crazy thing is, when I went back and looked at it, I was able to cover that loss. It did not put me out of business, and I was able to keep rolling. So, you know, using this as an example, you know, with real estate as well, you know, I've made $100,000 on a project, lost 40, made 20, lost 10. It's just, you know, it's part of the game, right? What I've been working on lately is to control these losses and move upwards with experience. So, I think that the biggest thing for me is just to make sure that I learn from each loss and try not to repeat it, so that you don't get caught in this never-ending cycle of insanity. Because doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity. So in business, I think we can get caught up in this as well, not just in life. But for me, it's again taking, you know, these losses and learning and moving these things and coming up with better ideas and just literally trying not to repeat. But no matter how big the loss may look or how big it may appear, I think the name of the game, and I've talked about this on other subjects, is just keep moving. For me, as long as you just keep moving, finding other avenues of revenue, just other ways to bring in money, keep payroll going, you don't have to worry about this loss burying you. But if you get paralyzed by a loss, if you stick, you don't move, or you start imploding and moving backwards, this is guaranteed because it's going to bury you. But if you just keep moving, and that's why I went this way, if you just keep moving upwards, I mean, you know, you may be in the loss here, but you keep moving, eventually you're going to get on the other side of it. And that's really the name of the game. Keep moving. Losses are going to happen in life. I mean, death is going to happen. You're going to have to deal with that. But with business, you're going to make some money. You're going to lose some money. But hopefully every time you lose a little bit of money, you learn and you keep growing so that you can just keep moving on the upward trajectory. Because for the name of the game for me nowadays, it's not about money. It's about me making sure I can make payroll for my team, not putting money in my own pocket. So it's not even about when I say I'm making money anymore. It's like, does the company profit? So the focus that I have now is just purely on the company, the people in the company. Because again, if all that is successful, I by default will make money. But my biggest problems today are just making sure that on the 1st and the 15th, payroll is made. And just make sure that the losses, we learn from them, we don't repeat them, and we just keep moving in an upward trajectory. So that's it for this week. I'll talk to you guys next week.